Hi everyone! Welcome back to another 2-hour block of classes with me, Hina. We are going to be starting our pronunciation classes now. I can see quite a few students have made a reservation for this class. So if you have a reservation, now is the time to use it, because after 2 minutes, all the students who have made reservations will lose their reservations, alright? So in class, we have with us Judith. Judith from Hungary with... I'm not gonna say how many kids you have.
2.
How are you, Judith?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to see you. I'm good too. Nice to see you again.
Nice to meet. Yes.
And we also have Pedro. Hi, Pedro.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
To meet you. I'm fine too. Really awesome to have you in class. I'm sorry, Pedro. I've had like 6 or 7 students named Pedro, so I can't remember. Have you been in my class before?
No, it's first time.
All right, so welcome. Really nice to have you join us. Are you new? Are you new to Verbling as well, or is this just your first class with me?
It's my first day. I'm trying this free premium week.
Oh, you're like, I wanna rack in all the free goodness, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. So that's awesome. So welcome, Pedro. Really nice to have you join us. And we also have Karar and Norbert. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you, Karar? Nice to see you again.
I'm pretty good.
That's awesome. So I'm sorry I started a little bit late. I was having some computer issues. I needed to shut down and restart, but now I'm back. So in a few more minutes or in a few more seconds, the spots will open up for everybody who is watching the class. So Sophia, Raphael, Yuri has a premium account. He should be able to join. So Sophia, Raphael, Ahmad, all you guys will be able to get in once the spots have opened up for everybody. Okay, and it looks like it's now. So welcome all. Is this anybody's first time on Verbling? Like very, very first class, like first time they've pressed join class and been in a hangout? No? Okay, perfect. All right. So welcome everyone. Really nice to have you guys join us. We have Ali from my last class. Welcome back, Ali. We have Frank. Best smiles. We have Ahmad. We have Jose, Judith, Karar, Norbert, Pedro, and the best King. Ooh, Mr. King. Mr. King, can I get your name? Mr. King with the
Your Highness.
Your Highness. Oh, I love it. Your Highness, Your Majesty. Maybe humble servants know your name. All right. I guess he wants to be known as the king. He's like, don't talk to me like that. I'll be your king. All right. So welcome everyone. This is a 2-hour class, so it's this hour and the next hour. We'll be doing the exact same activity. So for those of you who are new to this class, this is a class that I do every week, and it's always in a 2-hour block. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be assigning a special document, a unique document to each student in class. So let me show you guys. So for all those who are new or who have never been in this class with me, watch my screen. I'm screen sharing. All right. So what you guys need to do is, this is the Hangout. This is our Hangout that we're in right now. This is how you get to Google Chat. Sorry, not this. All right. So you click on this button that says Chat, and then you're in Google Chat. All right. So we're going to be using Google Chat for a part of this class. So just make sure you know how to access Google Chat when I tell you to. You guys need to go to Verbling. So this is the class page. So this is our class going on right now. You come down here, and there's class material. Everybody can see it. There's D1, D2, D3, D4. There are 9 documents in class. All right. I'm going to take. Sorry. Documents in class. All right. Pedro. Okay, Pedro. Sorry, Pedro. Your microphone is, I don't know. I could hear my own echo. So you need to either wear headphones or you need to close the Verbling window. Just have the Hangout open. Raphael is in. Hi, Raphael. Nice to have you join us. Okay.
How
So,
are you?
all right. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to assign, I'm going to give each one of you students a document. So, for example, Norbert will be responsible for D1. Okay, so document 1 will belong to Norbert. He is going to be the only one who is going to be opening and using document 2. With document 1, all right? So because there's 9 students, I'm going to assign a document to each one of the students. Hence, there are 9 documents. All right, so you guys understand? I'll tell you what we are going to be doing with the documents once I've assigned them to everyone. All right? So for right now, are you guys cool? When I tell you, oh, for example, Judith, you're responsible for document 5, you guys will know what's going on, right? Like where the documents are and what you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, perfect. So I'll tell you what we're going to do with the documents after introductions and after I have assigned them to everyone. Everybody's microphones are working, right? This class isn't going to work if your microphones are not working, because you're going to have to read from your document to other students in the class. So you have to make sure your microphones are working. If your camera isn't working, that's okay, but your microphones need to be functioning. All right? So,
Okay.
all right. So let's start, everyone. Welcome. My name is Hina. I am your teacher for this hour. I'm from Canada. Right now, I'm in San Francisco. And I'd like you all to introduce yourself, say your name, say where you're from, and then I will tell you which document you are responsible for. All right? So let's start with Ali.
Yes, I'm Ali. I'm Syria.
Okay, Ali, I heard you said you're from Syria, but
Yes.
your microphone or your internet connection seems to be very weak. All right, so your voice is breaking in and out, but I trust that
Okay.
you'll do something about that. All right, you are responsible for
Okay.
for document 1, D1.
Okay.
Do you understand? So you're going to open D1, and that is going to be your document. All right.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, Ali. Next, we have Best Miles or Frank. Best Miles, Frank, talk to us.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Yes. Hi. Well, I'm from Ecuador. That's my not my real name, but the username.
His real name
So
is
I'm happy to be
Frank.
here.
Frank.
Yes. Be
Frank is
here.
his real name. Okay. So Frank, what's
Yay.
your document, Frank?
I don't understand. Have to choose. Okay.
No. I'm asking. So your document 2, your D2.
Okay.
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 All right. So Ali is document 1, Frank is document 2, or Best Miles is document 2. You guys will be opening the documents that I assign you, none other. Just open the one that I tell you to. Okay. Next we have. All right. Perfect. Next we have Imad.
Yes, I'm Imad. I'm from Syria. Thank you. And I expect my document to be number 3, isn't it?
Perfect. Yes, Imad has document 3. Awesome. Thanks, Imad. Next we have Jose.
Hello, my name is Jose Luis, and I am from Spain. And actually, I'm in the fourth course of school.
You're in the okay. All right. Perfect. So you're document 4, Jose. Okay. Jose, can you hear me? Jose. Yes.
Yes, I can.
Yes. So you're document 4. You understand, right? Right, Jose? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Or it's like, I have no idea what this woman keeps saying. Document 4.
Okay.
All right. So you know where the documents are, right, Jose?
Can you repeat, please?
Okay, you know where the documents are, correct?
I don't know. Can
Okay,
you
all right.
please explain me?
Okay, so Jose, just watch my screen, all right? I'm going to screen share and show you where the documents are. So you need to go here. You need to go here on the Verbling main page. You need to come down where it says class description, class material, and then it says D4. So you are responsible for D4. You need to open D4 and keep it with you. That is your document, all right?
Okay, all right.
Okay, perfect. So Jose is D4. Let's move on to Judith.
Okay, I am Judith from Hungary, and my document is D5.
Perfect. That's awesome. Thanks, Judith. Next, we have Karar.
I've already opened the 6th one.
Yes. And where are you from again, Karar?
I'm from Iraq.
Iraq. Perfect. Thank you, Karar. And next we have Norbert.
I am Norbert from Hungary, and mine is D7.
Perfect. Norbert is D7. Pedro.
I am from Brazil, and I suppose I'm D9.
D8.
D8.
Yeah, so because Norbert was D7, you're next, you are D8. And lastly, we have Root, Raphael.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. I'm from Costa Rica.
And do you know that I'm assigning you documents? You know that,
Yes.
right? So you are
Yes.
D9.
Perfect.
All right, perfect. Okay, so we have 9 students in class, and we have 9 documents that have been assigned to everyone. So you guys should open your documents, okay? Sophia, you can open. So all the students who are watching this video, you guys can open whichever documents you want. It's just that everybody will be reading to each other, and the person who is hearing shouldn't have access to the document that he is listening from. So people outside of class, you guys can open the documents if you want, but the people in class should only open the one that I have assigned to them. So what we're going to be doing is, I am going to be pairing 2 students up. So for example, Norbert and Ahmad, I'll pair them up. And I'll tell Norbert, you have to read the first phrase or the first, so there should be 2 phrases in everybody's documents. So Norbert will read the first phrase from his document to Ahmad. And Ahmad is going to have to listen to what Norbert is saying, and then he will write it down on a shared Google document. All right? So I'm going to be giving you guys the shared Google document over Google Chat. So remember I showed you how to access Google Chat? Now you have to access Google Chat, and I am posting a document there. That is a shared document. So Norbert will read to Ahmad, and Ahmad will listen to what Norbert is saying, and then he will write down what Norbert is saying on that document. All right? This is going to help you guys work on your listening. The people who are listening are going to need to listen carefully and then write. So your listening and writing skills. The person who is reading will be working on their reading and speaking and pronunciation skills. So you're going to have to properly pronounce every word in the sentence in order for the other person to hear it and write it down. Okay? So it's not going to be teacher telling you. It's going to be each one of you talking to each one of you. All right? This is how real life conversations are. All right? People do not talk to native speakers everywhere they go. Most people are English learners, and this is what it's going to be like when you interact with English learners all over the world. Okay? You're going to have to pay attention to their accent, to their dialect, and understand what they're saying. Okay, so this will help you guys with developing that skill. All right. So if you're still confused, that's okay. I'm going to start off with the students who have been in this class before. All right, so they know what's going on. But for right now, has everybody opened the shared Google document? There's nothing on that document. It just says pronunciation, verbling, and it's a blank document. You guys will be typing in that. So you're going to be listening and typing in that document. All right. I just want to say that when I pair up 2 students, so for example, Norbert is going to be reading to Ahmad, everybody in class should be listening to what Norbert is saying as well. So you shouldn't be like, oh, it's not my turn to type. I'm not gonna listen to what anyone's saying. All right? Everybody should be practicing all the time. So every time somebody is saying a dialogue or saying a phrase, even though it's not your turn to write, you should still be trying to listen. Okay, what is this person saying? Okay, I'm gonna try and write it down. Okay, so so best miles, if you're slow, that's okay. Another thing you guys can do is you guys can write it on paper. All right, so when Norbert is reading to Ahmad can write it on a piece of paper if he's faster at writing, and then transfer it to the document. Just at the end of the class, as long as what you've written is on the document so we can all see it and correct it, that's all that matters. All right? So if you guys are like, oh, I'm too slow, I don't know how to type, write it on a piece of paper and then type it up. Okay? All right, so Gloria, perfect. Gloria is not in class, but she is going to try and listen to what you guys are saying, and she is going to write it on a piece of paper, and then we will correct it together. So it's not like whatever you've written, that's it, I don't care. We're going to correct it together, all right? So once you're done writing your phrases, we'll say, okay, you know what? The person needed to say this properly, and this is how this is spelled, or this is how you say it. Okay? So everybody who is watching, who's not in class, you guys can still participate. So when a student is talking, listen to them and write it down. Okay? All right? So I'm hoping most people have understood what we're doing. If you're still confused, that's okay. Once you watch what's going on in class, then you all will be able to go along. Okay? All right. So if your internet connections are bad, that's okay. If you get dropped, you can try coming back in. There's no guarantee of that, but it's okay. Everybody has shitty internet sometimes, so it's okay. I totally did not say that. I totally didn't say it. All right. Okay. So let's start. I'm going to be sharing the Google document. So the Google document is only available to students in class, not to other people. Norbert, you can go ahead and write your thing that you write on your document. All right.
Okay.
So only the students in class have access to Google document, but everybody will be watching because I'm going to be sharing my screen. So you guys will be seeing the Google document, what people are typing. All right. So just so everybody who's new, I don't put you guys on the spot. And when I pair up two students, the two students are supposed to talk to each other. Don't be like, Teacher Hina, what did Norbert say? Can you ask Norbert to repeat again? Or Teacher Hina, can you tell Imad to like slow down? You don't have to say that. You can talk to the person you are paired with, all right? Real life conversations, people. This is what it's like living in the English speaking world, okay? So let's start. So I'm going to start with Norbert and Imad, all right? So I will get Norbert to read to Imad from his document. So Norbert is document number 7.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever you guys are ready, you can take it away. Imad, document 1. So there's number 1 written on the screen. You can type it there or on your own. It's up to you.
Are you ready?
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Employees with an MBA are a dime a dozen.
Wait a minute, I think I lost after employees, and just wait a minute because I'm writing, you know.
I will read it once and then I will be slower. So employees with an MBA are a dime a dozen. To get a job in this market, you need to have real experience too.
Real.
Real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I?
Yeah. You guys can repeat it as many times as the person.
Just wait for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
After employees.
Employees with an MBA.
Need. Is it need?
Employees with an MBA are a dime a dozen.
MBE? You said MBE?
MBA are a dime a dozen.
Dime?
A dozen.
A dozen.
Dozen.
Okay.
Yeah, dozen.
To get a job.
To get a job.
In this market. In this market, you need to have real experience too.
To have real
experience too.
To have some mistakes.
That's okay. You're gonna have time to correct the mistakes. Okay.
Employees
with an MBA are a dime a dozen. To get a job in this market, you need to have real experience too.
Okay, just check out after employees. Read an MBE. An MBE.
Employees with an MBA.
Yes. So there are 3 letters. So with an
MBA.
Okay, with and is it correct?
Yeah. Go ahead. What are
Udan, MBE.
Are a dime a dozen.
Okay, a dime a dozen. Okay. I'll try to fix the
Yeah.
writing and the punctuation.
Yeah. So you guys, you can fix the punctuation, like capitalization and all that stuff.
I think MBE is kind of thing that is not known or time doesn't. Doesn't. If we get the job, this market. Okay, get the job in this market.
Yeah. Okay. So whenever you're done, yeah.
Okay, I think I finished. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you so much, Norbert. So, and Norbert, your pronunciation was really good. So, for all those who understood in class what Norbert said, are there any errors in Imad's phrase? What errors do you guys see?
MP. He wrote MPE, but this is MBA.
Yeah, exactly. MBA. So Norbert, you did a good job of saying it. I think Imad just was having issues hearing it. So employees with an MBA are a dime a dozen. Okay. Is there a semicolon at the end, or is it a full stop? Is it a comma? What is it? What is it?
It's a
No, Norbert, you don't have to say it. You're the one who read it. So everybody who did not read it, who heard it, what is after a dozen?
Nothing.
Nothing? It's actually a full stop. So Imad, I want to say excellent effort. It could have been a semicolon as well. All right? Semicolon breaks up different thoughts. So it was a very excellent effort. After a full stop, the closest thing there would have been with a semicolon. Okay?
But I was going to ask, after a semicolon column, would I capitalize the first letter or?
No, you wouldn't. No. After a semicolon, it's treated like a comma. You do not capitalize the second letter, but after a full stop, you do. So to get a job in this market, you need have to real experience too. What are the errors in that sentence?
You need to.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. You need to have. Yeah, you need to have. So you need to have real experience too. Anything else? Two, perfect. T-O-O. All right, okay, perfect. So very well done, Imad. It was very good effort. So employees with an MBA. What is an MBA?
Master of Bachelor's.
Masters in Business NESS Administration. Masters in Business Administration. Oh my God. My keyboard. Masters in Business Administration.
Is it
okay?
specialized for people who study business or something like that?
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
So this is a master's degree. This is an abbreviation. Okay, an abbreviation. So Masters in Business Administration or Association.
Yeah. And I have another question. Why we said an MBA?
And okay, that's a really good question. Okay. Okay, why should it not be an MBA?
Maybe MBA or the MBA.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna tell you guys a little something in English that is not taught in schools. Okay, when you speak in English, the and an is put in the sentence based on how the word after it sounds. So students with an MBA, all right? In this case, the M sounds like this. M. I'm writing it in verbally in chat, okay? So in English, we teach students, oh, if it's a consonant, you put A, but if it's a vowel, you put an. But in reality, you put an when the word after an sounds like a vowel. It doesn't need to be a vowel, but if it sounds like a vowel, then you put an MBA. It's phonetics. Who knows what phonetics are? Phonetics.
The sounds.
Yeah.
Are
the
this described.
Yeah, exactly. So how it sounds. So when you say I have a MBA, okay, I have a MBA is it would be wrong because the M it's making a vowel sound. An MBA, all right? My mother, all right? A mother, all right? A mother, that's not making an E sound. An M. See, when you say it, when you're saying it, your lips are like that as well. An MBA. E MBA. All right? M.
Yeah.
All right? So
Yeah.
a house. Okay, when you say house, it's not an house. It's a house. House. But MBA has MBA. All right? You will see these contradictions all the time in English, all right? So we teach it to students. Oh, if it's a vowel, it's an, and if it's consonant, it's a. Done. But in reality, it's really phonetic. So how the word sounds. A lot of times, there are many words, like a lot of words with H. A lot of words with H that have a vowel. An hour. Okay, an hour. All right? I will be there in an hour. Okay? Now, H, you don't say I'll be there in an hour. You don't say hour. The H is silent. So the first letter after the H is an O. Is the O a vowel? Yeah? So you say, I will be there in an hour. Now, H is not a vowel, but O is a vowel. And because the H is silent, and the phonetics of the word are sounding like a vowel. An hour. Hour. O. So in reality, in English, we decide and an based on phonetics. Okay? But the general, like, vowels are always, there's always an before a vowel. Always. You would never ever put a before a vowel. But some consonants have an before them because they sound like vowels when you say them in a sentence. An umbrella. Okay, A-E-I-O-U. U is a vowel. Okay? So you would say an umbrella. A university. All right? I'm going to a university. Okay? Right?
Okay,
So these are like contradictions in English, and this is very advanced stuff. I'm telling you guys now. All right? Basically in English we teach students. Okay, all right, consonant, a, vowel, and that's it. That's not really true. Okay, that's not really true. This is like advanced stuff. Okay, so an MBA. It sounds like there's an M and EM sound. Phonetics. Phonetics is how it sounds and how you say it. Okay. All right. I hope that was clear for everyone. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, it's clear.
So employees with an MBA are a dime a dozen. So we are working with idioms in this class, all right? So expressions, and we will talk about what the expressions are. In this sentence, the expression is a dime and dozen. To get a job in this market, you need to have real experience too. Okay, there's no comma there, but I mean, I guess you could. So a dime a dozen. What does it mean? A dime a dozen.
2 minor. Minor.
Sorry, what did you say?
Very bad.
Yeah, very common. Very common. Okay? So people with bachelor's degrees are a dime a dozen. All right? People, sales associates are a dime a dozen. This means that it's very, very common. Everybody knows what a dime is, right? Dime?
A coin.
A coin. What's the value of a coin? What's the value of a coin? How much?
10 cents.
Exactly, 10 cents. Okay? So they're saying that for every dime, you have a dozen MBA students. How much is in a dozen?
12.
Exactly, a dozen is 12. So this means that for every dime, that you have 12 MBA graduates. So that's how common they are. All right? So, okay, what are the okay, this is completely North American, but what are the values of money here? What's the smallest value of money?
Nickel.
The cent. Cent, exactly. So cent, this cent is 0.01. What is after a cent?
5,
Maybe
10.
Nickel. Nickel. Okay? A nickel is 0. So it's 5 cents. So 0.05. Then you have dime. Okay? Dime would be so a dime is 10 cents. Okay? Then you have a quarter. Okay? A quarter is how much?
25.
Yeah, 25 cents. And what is after a quarter?
50.
No.
Aha.
No, you have a dollar. A dollar, exactly. If you
Oh
all
my
right. So 2 quarters. So 2 quarters would make 50 cents. Okay? So 2 quarters will make 50 cents, but there is no coin for 50 cents. Like you cannot give somebody a coin that's value is 50 cents. You have to give them 2 quarters. What other denominations of coins would make 50 cents? How many dimes? How many dimes would make 50 cents?
5.
5.
5 dimes. How many nickels would make 50 cents?
10.
10, exactly. So these are the values of money. Oh, Bruno is saying you have a toonie too. Okay, sorry. In Canada, we have a $1 coin that is called a loonie, all right? And a $2 coin is called a toonie, okay? But this is only Canadian. This is not American. In Canada, we have coins for $1 and $2. The $1 coin is a loonie, and the $2 coin is the toonie. And then we have bills, okay? So our bills are $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100. This is paper money, this is physical money. This is the same in the United States. You have 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100. This is called denomination of money. Okay?
Hannah, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is the buck? Yeah.
A buck.
Yeah.
A buck is slang for $1.
And grand is 1,000 grand?
Yeah, a grand is 1,000. Okay, so 1,000 is a grand. You wouldn't just say grand, you would say a grand, all right? So, or you can say 2 grand. So like, how much does this stereo system cost? Oh, this costs 2 grands. All right, 2 grand. You wouldn't say grands, it would be 2 grand. So that would basically be $2,000. Okay, $2,000. This is slang for money. Okay, $10,000. How much would $10,000 be?
10 grand.
10 grand. 10 grand would be $10,000. Okay. All right, $50,000. How much would $50,000 be?
50 grand.
50 grand. All right. So this is slang. 1,000 bucks. Bucks is spelled like this. So yeah. So 1,000 bucks is a grand. Bucks is slang for dollars. Okay. How much does this cost? Oh, 20 bucks. You know. Oh, how much does this cost? Oh, 45 bucks. Bucks is slang for $1 or money value. Okay. You can technically use bucks for any currency. All right. You can use it for euro as well if you want it.
May I have a question?
Of course.
Is it used, this expression used only among everyday people but not in a shop?
No, of course you can say it in a shop, in an informal shop. So for example, if you were to go to a jewelry store and you were buying a $12,000 necklace, the guy would not say this is 12 grand. He would not say it's 12,000 bucks. He would say it's $12,000 because that's formal. But if you were in a pawn shop, what's a pawn shop?
No idea.
Okay? A pawn shop is where you go to sell your stuff for very cheap. All right? So for example, there are pawn shops where you say I am going to pawn my guitar. So basically I am going to sell my guitar but for very, very, very cheap. Basically, I just want to get rid of it and I want to get any money that I can get for it. Okay? So when you pawn your things, when you go to a pawn shop, you go there and the guy who works at the pawn shop says, okay, how much do you want for this guitar? And I'd be like, you know what? I'll be fine with 50 bucks. He's like, okay, there you go. 50 bucks. Now your guitar is mine. Okay? So you just pawned your guitar. Okay? So pawning, yeah, go ahead.
So this pawn shop is similar to a second-hand shop?
Yeah, exactly. Second-hand shop. That's a perfect second-hand shop. So people go to pawn shops to sell their things. Okay?
Thank
All
you.
right. You're welcome. So you can, sorry, and Bruno is saying you don't just sell your things at a pawn shop. You can buy things from a pawn shop as well. So for example, I sold my guitar to the pawn shop. Now that pawn shop employee will sell the guitar to somebody else who wants to buy a really cheap guitar. Okay? So pawning is basically like selling and buying goods for very cheap. Okay? For very, very cheap. So if you don't want to pay full price is like the full value of something. If you don't want to pay full price, you go to a pawn shop because they sell things for very cheap. And over there, people might say, you know what? I'm not going to give you more than $30 for this. All right? So it's formal and informal speech. Bucks is slang. So that automatically makes it informal. Okay? So that's informal. All right?
Okay.
Any other questions? I posted the link. So all those who are new, we have Ali. Hi, Ali. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Nice to have you join us. Karar left us because his internet was really bad. So Ali, I'm going to assign you document 6. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right. So Ali, you're responsible for document 6, and the shared document is in Google Hangouts. So I put it there. Okay. Any other questions before we move on, guys? And I'm so glad. If you guys have questions, definitely ask me. All right. Like if there's any question that is not even related to what we're covering, then you guys can ask me. Okay. All right. Norbert's like, let's get to the next sentences. Okay. All right. That's why I scheduled this class in 2-hour blocks, because there's like some of these idioms need like a lot of explanation. All right. So we just had Norbert read. Oh, Bruno has a question. So he is saying a pawn shop, you cannot only sell, but also, I don't know the word, you can also buy it from there. You can leave it there for some money and pay it back with the higher values later. You could do that. It depends on where you are. Over here in North America, pawn shops, you go and you sell your thing and they keep it. They own it. You don't leave it for a higher value. But I suppose in some countries you could. But in Canada and in America, it's not that common. Okay. Okay, like pledge. Pledge is a little different. Okay, all right. So we got Norbert and Imad done. So next, let's move on to Judith. Judith and Pedro. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So Judith, I'm going to get you to write. And Pedro, can you read the first phrase from your document to Judith? So you guys are paired up. You can talk to each other whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'm ready. Judith, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So, after 3 years at this, I have decided to throw in the towel.
Sorry.
That's okay. If Pedro is talking too fast, you can ask him to slow down, Judith.
No, just
Okay, I'll restart.
okay, please.
After 3 years at this, I have decided to throw in the towel.
Is it correct?
Okay. Well, we'll correct it together. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you done, Judith? Like, are you comfortable with it?
Yeah. I
Okay.
guess.
Okay. So, Pedro, can you repeat it for us one more time?
Okay. After 3 years at this, I have decided to throw in the towel.
Okay. Pedro, your pronunciation is very good, except when you say years. Here, I'm gonna show you. All right. A lot of students say it like after 3 years. Okay. They say it like ears, like the word ears, but it's years. So your teeth have to be touching. Okay. After 3 years, years at this. If you say ears, your teeth are not going to be touching. It's like, oh, these are my ears. See, ears. My teeth are not touching. But in order to say years, you gotta make the y sound. Okay, like you don't say s, you say yes. Okay, like Sophia said yes. So you have to make sure that you say it properly, because if you don't, the other person will hear ears, like Judith heard ears. Okay?
Okay.
So can you say that for me? After 3 years at this. Can you say it again?
After 3 years at this, I have decided to throw in the towel.
Perfect. Thank you. That's awesome. All right. So let's have a look. I'm going to share my screen and let's see what Judith wrote. After 3 years at this, I have decided to throw in the towel. Is there any punctuation marks that need to be put in here, guys? What do you think?
Before I?
Sorry?
Maybe before I, comma, maybe?
Yeah, after 3 years at this, comma, I have decided to throw in the towel. Okay, so when Pedro said it, he had a little pause. After 3 years at this, I have decided to throw in the towel. Okay, perfect, Judith. Thank you so much. And Pedro, you're welcome. Your pronunciation is good. Just make sure that when there's a Y, you have to make sure you don't make it sound like it's not as rough as it actually is.
Okay, I'll take that.
To throw in the towel. That is our expression. What does that mean? To throw in the towel.
To give
up.
Exactly. To give up. To quit. Okay? So somebody has been doing something for 3 years and now they don't want to do it anymore. They are giving up. They are quitting. Okay? Perfect. Awesome. Thanks, Judith, and thanks, Pedro.
Welcome.
Next, let's move on. Let's see. We have Frank. So
okay.
Best Smiles?
Yeah.
Can I get you? Yeah. Can I get you to read? And Raphael. So Ruth.
Yeah.
Can I get you to write?
Feeling great.
Yeah. So you're going to be writing on the document number 3.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
So Best Smiles, you have document 2. So you and Ruth are paired up. Whenever you guys are ready, you can talk to each other and take it away.
Okay, so I'm going to read. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So let's go. John has been a real thorn in my side at work.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to say it like, okay, can you repeat that for me?
Okay. John has been a real thorn in my side at work. It's okay? Continue?
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to do anything, so I always have to do it for him.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. The name is pronounced John. Can you say it for me? John.
John.
Yeah, a lot of people. John, exactly. So you're saying it like young. Okay?
Okay.
So it's not young, it's John. J. So again, your
John.
T. Yeah. So here, when you say young, so you say young like this, young.
Okay.
But this is John. Okay, young
John.
and John. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So John
John.
has been. Yeah. You don't have to stretch it out like I am. I'm just doing that to elaborate to you how you're supposed to say it. Okay? So John.
Okay.
I need kind of lost, I think.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm lost.
You're lost? Okay. So Best Smiles is going to repeat the entire sentence again. So go ahead, Best Smiles, repeat it.
Okay. John has been a real thorn in my side at work. He doesn't know how to do anything, so I always have to do it for him.
Okay. Do you want to be a little slower, Best Smiles? So, cause yeah. Can you? If you want, do you want to repeat the second sentence? So the second part.
Okay. He doesn't know how to do anything, so I always have to do it for him. Start again. I repeat.
Yeah, just wait a minute. Let him type.
Okay.
Okay. So are you Root? Whenever you're ready, Best Smiles can repeat it for you again.
Yes, please.
Okay. He doesn't know how to do anything, so I always have to do it for him.
How to do anything? You have to do it. Perfect. Do it for him. Okay, yeah. So perfect. Yeah. So Best Miles, can you repeat the entire phrase and then we'll correct it together if anything needs to be corrected. So
Okay.
from the start.
Okay. John has been a real thorn in my side at work. He doesn't know how to do anything, so I always have to do it for him.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you okay, Raphael?
Yes, I'm not pretty sure about this word.
That's okay.
Thorn.
That's why we're all here together. All right. So perfect.
Okay.
So do you guys have any edits to make in this phrase before we take it up?
Let me see. No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. What about everybody else? So all those who were listening to the phrase, do you guys have any edits to make?
Yes.
Yeah. What are they?
Thorn.
Thorn. What's the word? Can you write it for us? So whoever said it's thorn, can you write it for us?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you can write it on the screen itself. Like you can edit it yourself. So I'll do it. A real thorn. Okay. Go ahead. THORN. All right. So it's actually just John. We didn't say young because I was elaborating the fact that if you don't say John properly, it ends up sounding like young. So John. All right. So that's okay. So John has been a real thorn on my side at work. Is it on my side? Did you guys all hear on my side?
Yes.
No. It's in my side.
In my side, yeah. So John has been a real thorn in my side at work. He doesn't know how to do anything, so I always have to do it for him. Okay? Always doesn't have to be capital. All right? It's not a new sentence. We only capitalize when it's a new sentence or it's a proper noun. Okay? All right? So do you understand? Raphael, that was very well done. And Best Miles, good pronunciation. Just with John, make sure you work on what we talked about.
Excuse me, Hina.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the meaning of thorn?
Oh, we're gonna cover the idiom. Don't worry. John has been a real thorn in my side at work. To be a thorn in someone's side is our idiom. Who can tell me what that means?
Somebody annoying.
An obstacle. Yeah.
Annoying.
Yeah, annoying. To be in someone's way. A thorn in someone's side. To be annoying or a hindrance. Who knows what a hindrance is? Something? What's a hindrance?
I don't know what is a thorn.
A thorn. We'll cover what a thorn is. Okay. So everybody, have you guys seen roses? Rose?
Yes.
You have the stem of a rose, like how you hold the rose, and there are thorns coming out of it.
Oh, I see.
All right. So on a plant, the thorns protect the plant. So if you touch it, it's like, ooh, all right? Or if you bleed, all right? So thorns are in plants, and they are to protect the plants from being plucked.
Okay.
Okay? So thorns. So when somebody is a thorn in your side, what does that mean?
Irritating.
Exactly. To be irritating, to be annoying, to be a hindrance. A hindrance is something that prevents you from doing your work. So a hindrance is to stop or prevent something.
An obstacle? Or
an obstacle. Yeah, an obstacle. An obstacle is the same thing. Okay? An obstacle is something that is stopping you from reaching your goal. Okay? So thorn is an obstacle in my ability to do my work. All right? So he's a thorn in my side. You guys understand what a thorn is? It's not the same as thorn. Okay? So again, let's work on a couple of words with pronunciation. Thorn. Can everybody say it for me? Thorn. Thorn.
Thorn.
Thorn. Okay. Thorn. Now say torn.
Torn.
Torn. Torn. Can you guys see the difference? So this is to tear. So this paper is now torn. Okay? So thorn, thorn. Thorn is what you have on flowers. Torn is what we just did to this paper. Okay? So you guys, can you hear the difference in the words?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
Thorn?
Good example.
Yeah. Thorn has an h sound. Thorn, torn. You don't, like when you say thorn, your tongue has to come out like this. Alright? Thorn, thorn, and torn. Torn, your tongue isn't coming out, but your mouth is going like torn.
Yes.
Okay? Alright? So pronunciation, very, very important. If you don't say it properly, then the person listening would say, "What's a torn in my side?" Okay? Alright? So that's what it is. The. Yeah. The. Okay? Alright? Is that clear? Does everybody understand what a thorn is?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, and you understand the expression as well, to be a thorn in someone's side? Yeah? It's to be annoying, it's to be a hindrance. So, for example, a flower, can a flower get rid of its thorns?
No.
No, exactly. So this is the same thing, that it's something that is prevalent and he's bothering me and he's bugging me and I cannot get rid of him. Okay? All right, so that's basically what it means. So John has been a real thorn in my side at work. He does not know how to do anything, so I always have to do it for him. So he's annoying and he's a hindrance and I just cannot get away from him. John, you suck. You loser. You should be fired. All right. So I hope everybody knows what that means, to be fired. All right. You should be fired. Like you suck. You are incompetent. How do you say, like, so somebody who doesn't know how to do his job is called incompetent. So if I am employed at a company and they have a job for me and I always mess up and I don't know what to do, I'm always asking people for help, I never meet a deadline, I am incompetent. I don't know how to do my work. Bye, Sophia. Nice to see you. Clumsy. Okay, what is clumsy? Okay, this is clumsy. Okay, this is clumsy. All right. Somebody hands me a book. Oh, thank you. Oh my God, it's out. I'm so sorry. All right. So clumsy is when you are very absent-minded. So somebody gives you something and you drop it. Okay. Somebody tells you to move a table and you break a window. All right. So this is clumsy. All right. Somebody says, "Can you fix the bookshelf?" and you drop all the books. Okay. This is clumsy. All right. So clumsy is when you are very absent-minded. You are always making mistakes. Not mistakes like you made a company bankrupt. You spent all their money. Not a big error, but like a little error. Like you always, when you walk, you always trip and you fall. Like when you eat. Okay, the biggest example of being clumsy is when you eat food and you drop it all on your clothes. All right, that's clumsy. So somebody who's not very good with doing menial tasks. All right, so that's what clumsy means. All right, so we're actually at the end of this hour. The next class is the same topic. All right, so I'm going to end this broadcast just because I can't continue a class for more than an hour, and I'll be right back with the next class, and we're going to continue with the same activity. So if you guys would like to join me, I'd love to have you in the next class as well. All right. So, and if you have any questions still, you can bring them to the next class and I'll answer them there. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks you guys so much. I'll be right